Okay, for today's homework, you are on page 121 and 122 in your Home Connections book. If you notice, you are going to be working with area and perimeter. So please make sure you're going back to the lesson to make sure you're using the correct units and the correct formula. Remember, area, you're finding how much is going to fit on the inside of a border. The perimeter, you need to know how much the border is, kind of like a fence. The distance around a shape is perimeter. What can go inside of a shape is area. Area, your units need to be squared, and with perimeter, they're just standard area. Okay? Please, on your slide, make sure you refer to the due date. You will have 2 days to complete this, and we'll be checking back on that date. Okay? So, for today's homework, you're going to be using labeled sketches and equations. I need to see both. I need to see the equation to solve for formula. I need to see the equation to solve for the area and the equation to solve for perimeter. All right. And please make sure you're showing all your work, whether it's here or on a whiteboard. All right. Number 1. Josie is putting a fence around her rectangular yard. She's putting a fence. Okay. We talked about what that would be if it's area or perimeter, if it's like a fence. Josie is putting a fence around her rectangular yard. One dimension measures 24 feet and the other dimension is twice as long. What is the perimeter of Josie's yard? Please make sure you are showing all of your work with a sketch and an equation. I don't care if you can do it in your head. I want to see the sketch and equation because that is in the directions. 2. If Josie puts grass inside the yard, how many square feet of grass should she buy? So you have to use number 1 to help you solve number 2. One of them is perimeter and one of them is area with the same dimensions. So you have to decide which one is which. Number 3. Sean measured his rectangular patio and determined the area was 216 feet. He remembered that one of the dimensions was 9 feet. So you have to tell me what the other dimension is, and then what is the perimeter of Sean's patio. When you find the other dimension, go back to the lessons a few days ago on how to solve multiplication and division problems. You can always go back to your other lessons. Okay, page 122. Number 4. Raphael and his sister each draw a rectangle on their driveway. The dimensions of Raphael's rectangle are 16 inches and 24 inches. His sister's rectangular dimensions are 18 inches and 22 inches. First of all, for A, this is a multi-step problem. I want to know whose rectangle is larger in terms of area. Okay, so I need to see the work. Again, you could do it off to the side on a different piece of paper or on a whiteboard. So then you're going to tell me whose was longer, Raphael or his sister. So she doesn't have a name, so it'll either be Raphael or sister. And then by how much? If the sister's is bigger, by how much? And then whose rectangle has the larger perimeter? Please don't think that just because someone's area is bigger that it means their perimeter is going to be bigger. Show your work. And then your challenge problem. Remember, challenge problems are always that. If you feel that this was not enough for you, challenge yourself. Okay? Number 5, the challenge problem. Daria and Luis both drew rectangles. Daria's rectangle has an area of 180 inches and one of the dimensions is 12 inches. Luis's rectangle has a perimeter of 48 inches and a dimension of 13 inches. What is the perimeter of Daria's rectangle? And then what is the area of Luis's rectangle? Good luck. That is your homework for the day. Please again refer to the due date that's on your slide because that is when your teacher will be checking your work. All right, good luck.